welcome to today's August 7th Catholic Reflection, which I'm going to be starting to do, a little bit of a Catholic reflection. So just a little bit about me. I'm an altar server, and I have been altar serving for many years now, and I am teaching catechism this year, and the reason why I am doing this video today is because throughout adoration today, God is really, I have this weird feeling where, God is calling me to, make a daily reflection video. So here I am making the, daily reflection video. So for today's video, I'm going to be focusing more on the gospel because, there are two events that really stood out to me at the, gospel according to Matthew today. So, the first thing that really stood out to me is the fact that at the, in the gospel, Jesus asked his disciples, "Who do you say that I am?" Now, there are two forms of the answer to which it's answered in the gospel. So, first of which is the fact that, some people may proclaim Jesus as Elijah or John the Baptist or any other prophets. But this is from the perspective of how they see Jesus. So, it's more of the humanistic, perspective. And then when he asked this question again, this really is something that it should be, it should really stick into our hearts. Who do you say that I am? This is something that Jesus is pretty much asking, each and every one of us here today. So when Peter came to answer, he answered, You are Christ, the Son of the living God. And this made Jesus very, very glad because he knew from, the bottom of Peter's heart that he recognized that Jesus is truly present. So how does Jesus pretty much respond to this? He stated he will give the keys to heaven for whatever is bound in heaven. Whatever is bound on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever is loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. So it is through Peter to which, the church is built. For me personally, this is I came to thinking more of, our actions. Like, when we do something in our daily life, we should ask ourselves, okay, are we doing this for God, or are we doing this, for our own human being? So pretty much, whatever we do, we should always turn to the Lord, so that the Lord can help guide each and every one of us in our daily tasks. Because throughout our lifetime, there are many things that, we do as human beings. Like, sometimes we go to work, we go to school, sometimes we just go to mass, and yeah. So when we do the work, we want to, ask ourselves, okay, is this something that God is truly, calling upon each and every one of us to pretty much do? And then the second thing of, the gospel today is towards the ending of the gospel where Jesus, talks about, having to, struggle in Jerusalem and stuff like that. And then there is Peter, who heard about this. He said, no, you shouldn't be doing this. But Jesus, responded with, get behind me, Satan, for you are not thinking as what God is thinking, but as human beings. So, what does this remind, each and every one of us? like when we approach like making life decisions, we should take into account, okay, is this something that God really, really wants me to do? Or is this just our own desires that are making us, motivating us to wanting to do these sets of tasks? So to, wrap my reflection up, I want to ask, like, you guys, like some of these questions, like, okay, first, who do you say that I am? So, not me, but who do you say that Jesus is to you? Whenever you do anything, who do you say that Jesus is? And then the second question that God is really wanting to ask each and every one of us, it is that, are we thinking the way that God is thinking? Or are we just making our own decisions just for our own pleasures? So these are the two questions that I really ask of you guys. And I hope that as you guys continue to live, throughout the journey of life, and as I continue to reflect more each and every day, which I'm going to challenge myself to do, I really want you guys to, like, take this into deep consideration, as this is something that God is asking of each and every one of us. So these two questions should be something that you can ask yourself to make sure that you are really going for what God is asking us for each and every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this gospel reflection is, useful in a way, and that maybe God is speaking to you throughout, our journey, like, here. So thank you very much, everybody.